welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Ololade Joshua. If you are new here, that means if it's your first time on my channel, welcome. It's good to have you. And if you are returning subscribers and OG, welcome back. Let's dance. Welcome. Welcome. Welcome back. It's good to have you once again. So today, before I go to the topic of today, if you've not subscribed, please press subscribe button already. It's just like down there. Press subscribe button already. And if you're in a very good mood, you can press the notification bell beside it so you can get notified anytime I drop any video and be the first person to watch it. Yeah, you can do me a little favor by pressing the like button down there if you like this video. It actually really encourages my video and it makes YouTube actually know that I'm actually doing something right and be able to like promote my video for other people to see, so you can see that you're actually helping me. And don't forget to drop your comments down in the comment section so I can actually like relate in the comment section. Don't forget. So today guys, I'm going to be talking about settling for less. You guys know from the title, settling for less. I feel like I can talk about it because I've actually been in a toxic relationship. I've been in a relationship that's actually not so good, and I can tell you one or two things I did about it, or I knew actually I just had to leave that relationship to go for another better, or just leave the relationship. Actually, you don't have to actually go to another relationship when you leave one relationship. Just leave the toxic relationship and not settling for less. So today guys, let's just jump right into the video so this won't be super long. So guys, I wrote some things I'm going to say down so I don't forget. I actually really do this most times so I don't forget anything. So I'm talking about what you really want. That should be the first thing that should actually come to your head in your relationship. If you're in a relationship and you're not really happy in that relationship, that means you're not really, this is not what you want, then you have to ask yourself that what do I really want? Do I want a relationship that I'm happy in? Obviously everybody wants a relationship they're happy in, or just a relationship that you're yourself. Like I said, that everybody actually wants a relationship they're happy in. Like if I did ask yourself, this is what I want, now check the relationship that you're in. Is this what you really want? Like, is this what you've always wanted? Like, the relationship that you're in, is this the happy relationship that you've always dreamed of? The happy relationship that you've always wanted in your life? If it's not, then I feel like you've already like made it so clear, like, this is not the relationship I wanted. This is not the relationship I've always dreamed of. And there's this thing at the back of everybody's mind. When you actually don't see marriage in view with the person that you are dating, then I feel like there's something actually wrong. When you don't see the person that you are dating as someone that you can actually get married to, then there's a problem. There's a problem in that relationship. I think my own philosophy actually. I feel like in my own head, I just feel like anytime I'm going into a relationship, I go with marriage in view. Like, okay, this person I'm dating, can I marry this person? If you can marry the person with the person's attitude or something, like they always say, I feel like, I'm sorry I'm not finishing the sentence, but like they always say, like, everybody, like, no one is perfect. Everybody with different struggles, but just pick the struggle that you can struggle with. So like I said, everybody actually have their own, but the only thing you can do is just pick like different people with different attitude. You actually know this is my partner. Okay, as a girl I can say, okay, this is my guy. This guy, I know this guy. This is this guy can do. Can you live with what this guy can do? If you cannot live what this guy can do, obviously if I cannot live what this guy can do, I will leave the relationship and go look for someone else that can actually like live with what the person can do, or the person's behavior and every other thing. That is the major thing I'm trying to say, that no one is perfect. Obviously you're not perfect, I'm not perfect, no one is perfect, but there are some things like, oh yes, exactly, can you live with the imperfections? That is it. Can you live with the imperfections? So moving on, what we're talking about, like, you should never settle because of the fear of you not getting something better. That is what you should never do. See, I'm not gonna lie, I've been in a relationship of where it was really toxic. Nobody told me, but people told me at a point, but I felt like I was not listening. And that's why I want to say that a lot of people will tell you a lot of things, but you might not listen to that lot of people that are telling you a lot of things, because you feel like, how will I say, you get to a point where you actually like have to see things yourself, and that is that point you realize that this is it. See, nobody can tell you the truth better than you tell yourself. That's my own philosophy. That's why I live it. Nobody can tell me if I'm doing something bad. I feel like I'm the one that can tell myself that, like, what you did is bad, like, you messed up. No one can actually tell me that truth more than I will tell myself. Like, okay, this is a I was in that relationship. My friends were telling me that this is not good for you. This is not a relationship. This is not a healthy relationship. Exactly. This is a toxic relationship and every other thing. And I was saying, okay, fine, I've heard, it's not that bad, I can live with it. But nobody told me when I finally realized that this is really, really bad and I have to go. That's what I'm trying to say. But the fear of, I can't lie to you, I was in a relationship, but I had this fear of, I've been with this guy for close to 2 years. I was with him for a year and 8 months. A year and 8 months, yes. I was with him for a year and 8 months. And I was with him, I was like, okay, what if I get out of this relationship and I don't get anybody better? And I'm just here, like Donomu, Momomu, you get? And I'm just in this relationship. I'm saying, okay, what if I don't get somebody better? What if people that are there are even worse than he is? I had that thinking so many times. But let me not lie to you. I'm going to tell you this plain fact. There are better guys out there. There are better girls out there. There are better people out there. There's actually always someone for someone. Like they say, there's someone for you. Don't, because you have this fear of what if I don't get someone for me, now stay in a relationship that the person obviously isn't for you. I hope you get what I'm saying. Don't stay in that relationship because of that. This is time for you to move on. Carry your bags and baggages and get out. Because you need time to be able to find that person that is for you out there, that is waiting for you, or that person to maybe is in the wrong relationship and is waiting for you out there. You need to carry your bags and go look for that person that is for you. So don't stay in a relationship because of the fear of moving on. No, of the fear of finding someone better. I can relate to this thing because when I was in that relationship, I was like, okay, 1 year and 8 months, close to 2 months. Where will I start from? Where will I do this? Where will I do that? I thought about a lot of things. Like I had a lot of things in my head that okay, maybe you can't find someone better. Maybe just manage him, be with him. Da, 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 da. But I have to sit myself down and be like, wait. They're like close to close to like 7 billion people in this world. Or more than, it should be more than 7 billion. I'm not sure if this is correct, but it's not correct. Just crap that in your head. But let's just put the scenario of that. There are 7 billion people in this world. And after that 7 billion, let's say they're like 4 billion of guys or 4 billion guys or anything. Out of that 4 billion, are you telling me you will not get the one that is actually perfect for you? Are you telling me you will not get the one that is actually good for you? That's a lie. That's a bloody lie. That's not true. That's not correct. Because I'll actually get my own. Like I've said, like there's a rib of your rib, the flesh, how they say it. But you get your own out there. That's what I'm just trying to say. That don't stay in that relationship because you have the fear of moving on. You have the fear of not finding someone better. Sister, brother, you find someone better. You will find someone better. Don't let anybody come and brainwash you and tell you that there's no one better. Like some people are actually like that bad. I'll be like, there's no one better for me. There's no one. You will find someone better. So carry your bags and baggage and think that this is the only thing this thing I want to put out there, that think, sit yourself down and think and ask yourself these questions, especially the first one. Is this what I really want? That is the question you should ask yourself. That was the question I asked myself. Is this what I really want? And the answer was no. And if your answer is no, the next thing for you to do is carry your bags and baggages and leave and go look for what you really want. Have you get what I'm saying? So I'm going to be talking about, yes, and one important thing to know is that your values even match. Apart from, okay, is this what I want? Do our values match? This is very important. What I think and what he thinks. The way he thinks, the way he does things, the way I do my things, do they match? Do our values match? Do our thinking match? Do our upbringing does it really match? So I'm not going to lie, upbringing is very, very, very important. It's very, very important. And I can't overemphasize this. In my last relationship, I told you this toxic relationship here, and it was so toxic for me. I didn't know to point, because it was toxic when I was actually like crying every week, almost like, at least I cry almost every week, because we're always like fighting almost every week, at least twice in a week or once in a week. We fight that much. You can see that bad. And I was there for a year and 8 months. Yeah, a year and 8 months. I had to ask myself, our values obviously do not match. I used to tell people that, see, this guy and I were different. We're so different. We were so different, because the way I think is different from the way he thinks. The way I do my things is different from the way he does his things. And like our upbringing was really, really, really different, and I could not cope. I thought, okay, maybe we could blend. I'll blend into his, we'll blend into mine. But I'm not gonna lie, we did not blend. Well, like this, there was no blending, because I'll be like, okay, this is way I'm supposed to do these things. This thing, I'll be like, this is where I'm supposed to do this thing, and he will not listen, and I will not listen, because I'm quite stubborn, and he is stubborn, and we'll fight. I get what I'm saying. So our values do not match. You have to ask yourself, this guy, do his values match? Do his values match mine? Do my values match his? Obviously, if they don't match, then I don't see why such a relationship, you should obviously like get moving like fast because don't take time. You should leave. And it's a girl too. I'm not placing things on a guy majorly because I feel like because I'm a girl, I'm saying guy, but I'm not placing it. If you're a girl too, if you're in a guy and a relationship too, and your values don't match, you should get a girl that your values actually match. If the way you think is not the way the girl think, or no, obviously you're not supposed to like agree on everything. No, you're not supposed to agree on everything. But when you're disagreeing on everything, no, don't you think that there's a problem there? There's a problem there. That's supposed to talk about don't settle because you're scared. I said don't settle because you're scared. Don't settle because you're scared of moving on. Don't settle because you're scared of finding someone better. Don't settle because you're scared. Let that fear go. See, I'm not going to lie, it's not easy. That's something I'm going to put in. It's not easy to leave a relationship. It's not easy. Some people, it's easy for some people because they just break up anyhow, they just break up da. But it's not easy for most people to leave a relationship, especially a relationship where you've invested a lot of time, invested in other things and every other thing. It's not easy for you to leave. I'm not going to lie. But the important thing is that is it not better for you to leave than be in that relationship that is not for you, that obviously isn't yours? Is it not better? I feel like it's better to leave that relationship that is not for you than just being there and be manager and be struggling and be manager and be struggling and manager and be struggling. It's really well. I know some people that actually don't leave relationships because of other things, maybe because of money they're collecting, or things they're getting, all these feferities of life. My dear, feferities will go one day, and I hope it does not kill you. I hope she does not kill you. So it's better for you to forget about the feferities of life now and move on. And again, if you get anyone that saw you actually should show you the feferities of life, I'll give you the feferities of life. Yeah. And there's this very important thing I want to say, that when you're thinking of, when you're being scared, when you're scared and every other thing, you should think of one thing. What if the next person you're going to meet is better? What if the next person that you're going to meet is actually for you? Have that in the back of your head. So don't sit down and waste your time because the next person you're going to meet is actually like, might not be better. Because what if the next person, this is a what if thing. What if the next person is better than you? And what if the next person is actually not for you? You move on. What if the next person you're going to meet is not for you? You move on until you meet the person that's actually for you. Don't stick in one place. Don't sit on one chair and be crying your ass. You will cry, yes. You will leave the relationship and cry, yes. Pack yourself together, my dear. Pack yourself, pack your baggages. Package yourself. Yeah, it's okay. Get. Package yourself. Look fine, look neat. When I left this relationship, I'm not going to lie, I feel like I'm going to tell the full story of this relationship by the end of this video, so you can stay tuned to the end of this video when I explain the full relationship and everything. When I left this relationship that I said was toxic, I did not go out for close to a week. Yeah, I don't go out. Thank God it was like after exam time and everything. And yes, I broke it off. I broke up. I said I was not doing it again, and that was it. But when I left this relationship, I didn't go out for close to a week. I did not go out. I was in my room. And for anything, I said, if you watch my last video, the 54th about it, I'm a very emotional person. I'm a crybaby. I cry for a lot of things. Now imagine something that's really painful to me. I cried the day I broke up with him, but I did not cry for like that week. I did not go out, and that got my friends really scared. I said I'm going to say the story. So I'm just trying to say that at the end of everything, by the time I went out, I went out with full force. I wore the best of my clothes. I went to a church program. I went to a church program that day. If I can get a picture, we sat here for you guys to see. I went to a church program that they were doing Holy Spirit and was it Holy Spirit and you? Yeah, it was Holy Spirit and you or something like that. We were doing. Oh no, it was Mega Harvest. It was Mega Harvest in my church. We were having Mega Harvest in my church. So I went for Mega Harvest and I was really dancing in the presence of God. I was with my family again and every other thing, but I dressed well. That's what I'm just trying to say. I wore one of my best clothes. I dressed really, really well, and I looked really, really nice. For me to move on, that was the way of me getting moving on. See, like I'm not going to look like a person. I'm not going to look like a stupid person. I'm not going to look like a very non-oriented kind of person. Because I'm going to meet someone else, I'm going to meet someone better next, I'm going to meet someone else, I'm just going to move on. That's what I'm going to say. I'm going to move on, I'm going to meet someone next. That I don't want to meet the next person looking like a ragged person, or the next person that's only not passing me by because I'm looking like really. No, my dear. Don't look like that. Wear the best of the best of best clothes and look nice. And get out. And get out that house. You get your girl. You get your guy. So don't let anybody put you down. And I want to say that, see, loneliness is better than being in a relationship where you're not wanted. I'm going to start something I saw. Was it on Twitter or something? I'm going to start in this person. Loneliness is better than being in a relationship that is toxic. See. I ain't nobody going to emphasize that. It's better for you to be on your bed, sleeping, rolling, eating good food, being in your room. No guy, no boyfriend, no anything trouble, no husband trouble. This actually has to do with husband and everything. If you're in a toxic marriage, please leave. Don't see a lot of people say that because of my children, because of this, because of what people will say. Like somebody said on Twitter, he said people will talk and they will talk. I think they don't talking. Like they will say for that period of time, they will stop talking later, and you are the one in that thing. You are the one in that relationship. You are the one that is struggling. You are the one that is fighting. Let them talk if they want to talk. Let them know. Let them see what they want to say. It's their mouth. It's not my business. You say it, I hear it. Like push it down. Push it fucking down. Because I'm saying that kind of energy. Well, I'm just trying to say that you actually like don't stay stuck in a relationship, in a toxic relationship or toxic marriage because of what people will say or because of what of your children. Please, your children need their mother. Your children need their father. You get. So move on to a better thing. And it's not even compulsory when you leave a toxic relationship, you're going to another relationship. Take your time, enjoy your life. Take your time, be like me. Take your time, enjoy your life. Lastly, I will say, like I said before, peace of mind, it cannot be underrated. Be in a relationship where you have this peace of mind. Be in a relationship where you are really, really happy, and that should be the major thing that is pushing you, that is doing everything and every other thing. In a relationship, I think you should see marriage in view, because what if you guys get married? And what if you guys don't get married? Anything can happen. But I'm just trying to say that when you're in a relationship and you don't see yourself marrying the person, please. It's not a relationship, my dear. Like, and last I'm going to say on this topic is it is easier said than done. It is easier said than done. See, people will tell you what to do, people will tell you what to do, but when you're ready to do that, you do it. And that's what I'm testimony to. A lot of people told me do this, a lot of people broke up, a lot of people that everything was just coming in. But I did it when I wanted to do it. This kind of person, like I do things when I want to do it. I do it at my own pace, I do it at my own time. So don't let anybody force you into doing whatever you want to do it. Sit down, and that's what I said, sit down, think about it. What you really want? Is this what you really want? Is this kind of relationship you always dreamed of? Does your values match? And what else? Does your values match? And just, is this what you want? That's the cocoa of the whole thing. Ask yourself that question. Is this what you want? And when you're done thinking, are you going to leave the relationship? Are you going to stay? But I'll advise that you should leave. And when you're ready to leave, you do it at your own time, do it at your own pace. Don't let anybody rush you into it. Same way you don't let anybody rush into a relationship, don't let anybody rush you out. Do it at your own time, at your own pace, and you will be fine. Yes, you'll be very fine. Very, very fine. So that's what I'm just trying to say to you guys. So I hope you guys enjoy this video. Wait! If I say I hope you guys enjoy this video, I said I was going to say my story. So yes, I started dating this guy, and we started like, I'm not going to lie, this guy did not show me any form of, I didn't get to see this side of, like made us start fighting when we were actually like getting to know each other and everything. I didn't see anything like that. But we started dating each other and everything started going well at first. Like I say, in the first 3 months or first 3 months of relationship is the honeymoon phase. And when in the first 3 months I didn't have any issues, again, shake or you no problem too. Then there's a problem actually. When in your honeymoon phase you're having problem, that's a problem. Then in my honeymoon phase, I was having problem. Yes, we're having problem in our honeymoon phase of the relationship. We're having problem. That's when I started knowing that okay, I knew deep down that it was actually not good. I was like, maybe we change, and I'm trying to put it out here. No guy will change except wants to change, and no girl will change except they want to change. Only if God come and touch their hearts, they'll change. I was like, in back of my mind, everything was like, okay, we change. And this kind of person that gets angry, and I'm not saying everything that happened in the relationship is his fault. Please, putting that disclaimer there. I had my fault too, and every other thing, but I just knew that he had more faults in the relationship. Obviously, he had more faults in the relationship than I did. Yes, because even though I was not really a patient person, but now I am patient. Like the relationship kind of taught me patience and every other thing, and that relationship was just. It was good. We had our good times. But, when it's bad on you, like We had our good times, but we had our bad times more than the good times. Our fights was actually always more, like the days of us fighting, us arguing, us saying shit to each other was more than days that we actually like laughing and okay and every other thing. That's what I'm trying to say. Like there was trust issues, there was anger issues, there was everything in that relationship, and I did not realize on time that it was toxic. And when I did realize that it was toxic, I didn't know how to leave. First thing, I was scared that okay, what if I get out and I don't see someone else? What if I get out and I don't get someone better? And I already invested time in this relationship. What if everybody's like the same? That's what my head. I was just scared of moving on. I was scared of finding someone better and every other thing. And at that point, my friends were telling me, do what you think is right. And some of my friends are telling me, do it, break up. This is not what you want. Because most of them, whenever I'm crying, they're always like there and every other thing. So that was just like it and every other thing. And we took breaks in between the relationship. Obviously, we took breaks in between the relationship and every other thing. But at last, I broke up. And I did it at my own time. That's what I'm saying. I did it at my own time. My friends told me everything. My friends did not even expect. When I did it, nobody expected it. I did it because I wanted to do it. I did it because I was tired. I did it because I had to move on. I did it because I know I'll get someone better. I did it because our values did not match. I did it because I asked myself the most important question: is this what I really want? And I figured out that's not what I wanted. So I did it because of that. So I'm just trying to say that I broke up and my friends didn't expect it. Nobody expected it. I don't know if you expected it. When I broke up, after everything I said and I broke up, did you know what I got? Okay, so that was, and that even shattered it more. I was like, oh guys, I'm wasting my time with this guy. And let me come to you and tell me, okay, put down now. But really, we're friends and we're cool friends. No problem, nothing. If you're watching this video, we're cool friends. I'm very cool with you, and there's no problem. Actually, there's no problem. So I'm just trying to say that do it at your own time, at your own pace, and every other thing. And most importantly, see. Let your head do the thinking now. Let your head do it for you now, because I'm not gonna lie. If you let your heart is always there, yeah? When you let your heart do everything for you, sometimes heart is to fail somebody. You need to fail it. Because me, you're supposed to be using our brain. We know it's our brain, yes, our heart do it. Please. Your heart is kind of, how would I say, if you're this soft-hearted person, even when you're a hard-hearted person, there's always anybody you actually have soft spots for. When you actually let your heart doing everything that you wanted to do, or all the thinking and every other thing in the relationship or every other thing, especially in this kind of one, it's a toxic relationship. At a point when you know that this one, especially when you want to sit down and think that's what you really want, please let me remove your heart and keep it somewhere. Yes, let me keep it somewhere, and now let your brain do it. Let your head do the thinking and everything that it has to do, and you see that you've actually like missed it to this point, and you actually need to retrace your steps and do better and get out of that toxic relationship. Because I feel like even my enemies, nobody deserves to be in a toxic relationship, in a relationship where they are not happy. Nobody on this earth deserves that. So that's what I just have to say to you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Like that's the means you should press the like button. Please don't forget to like this video, not like it. Share this video, share it to your friends, your family, everybody. Put it on your WhatsApp, every other person, put your story. That I noticed that most of my things I get most of my things through my WhatsApp link, and people that actually repost for me. So you guys are like the real MVPs. I've not come to appreciate you guys. Like you guys are the real MVPs. Those people that repost on your WhatsApp story or your Instagram story, you guys are the best. I got to where I am by God and you people. I couldn't have done it on my own. So I don't forget to subscribe, please. It's very important. Let me subscribe. Let me press the subscribe button. We're close to, I think we should be 200 and something now. Yes, we're getting there soon. Like I said, it is like someone I watched someone's video, just a local solution. She said, what about you trust the process? What about you enjoy the process? I'm not rushing, but I actually want to do what I have to like. And that does not mean you guys should stop subscribing, but I just want to like enjoy the process. Let me take just that process and enjoy the process. That's it, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.